Today we're going to show you guys how to swap out a ceiling fan. I kind of already got a little bit started, but basically all you're going to do, for this fan at least, there's a little punch button right here. You're going to have to get that down to get the beauty ring off. But first things first is make sure your power's off. I already shut mine down. I just did it at the breaker. You can use a meter, but if you have a switch on the wall, like over there, just turn it off on the switch. But this one, the switch didn't work. So all we did was we just flipped it off at the breaker. I bought some ceiling fans over on Facebook. These things are like 20 bucks, 30 bucks or something like that. They were cheap. But okay, this one, yeah, turn the breaker off, that's why. But these are super cheap ceiling fans. I'm just gonna put one of these up and just slap it up in there. So these are already put together. I don't need to do that. All we're gonna do is we're gonna take this down, which it's really easy. You see how this ball ring or this little ball thing right here, this thing just lifts up. You see how it's just dangling in there? It just lifts and pops right out. First you gotta undo these. Just kidding, there's no electricity, it's off. But match the white wire with white, and this one has black and blue. The blue is actually, I took that apart a long time ago, but it's basically a remote. This one doesn't have a remote. I actually took the remote out and switched it out. But anyways, just take the wires apart. I'll show you what it looks like. I want to show you guys this so you can see it, but you see that little white thing right there? That is what slides in that black gap up there. So this whole thing, it just slides up in there. You don't have to change anything on this fan. The sleeve fit the exact same size as this other one. So all you do is you slip it back up in there. This fan was already put together. You can see this is what the old sleeve looks like. It's literally the exact same thing up there, and it fits perfectly. So for wiring this one, we already put the green one together, but you can see here we slipped the fan in. It fit perfectly because it was the exact same C-cup. The other one's down there. We didn't need it. So this is going to be your remote. This is going to be your black and your white wire. You're going to connect the white to the white from the ceiling, and then the black to the black on this remote. The fan is feeding into this because this is your remote. People can switch the fan on and off with the remote that comes with it. This one does not have like the little pull things. This one either goes by a switch or it goes by someone using the remote. All right, so she's wired up and it was a really tight squeeze, but this thing fits in between that little C-cup thing, and you're going to push this closed, and then those little buttons are gonna go back over it and it will be flush. I'll show you what that looks like. Really, really tight squeeze, but she's in. And we'll flip it on at the breaker and test it. All right, so it's flipped on at the breaker. Here's the remote. We're gonna test it with the remote. Lights on, lights off, medium, high, and that's how you switch out a ceiling fan.